Alright, so today, I'm actually a little excited. We're going to be conducting an experiment with polyacrylic and dyes. Now, I've tried to do some research on this and see if I can find anything suggesting proper dyes to use for polyacrylic. The main reason I bought the polyacrylic is for a project coming up in the future that I'm actually really excited about. But this idea popped into my head. I wanted to give it a shot. So I figured I'd document it on film and show it to you guys. I'm going to be completely honest with you here, whether you believe me or not, that's up to you. I have no clue what's going to happen here. Absolutely no idea. I haven't done anything. I haven't mixed anything yet. But this is something that I want to try, and this is something that if it fails, well, you'll still know because it's going to post. But if it doesn't fail and it's a resounding success, then awesome. I think this would be a much cheaper way of doing this than buying the wood dyes on, say, Amazon or at a craft store or wherever you can purchase those things. I've looked on Amazon, and the wood dyes themselves are kind of expensive, you know, at least for me, being that, you know, I'm not working right now. So anyway, if you want to see this and you want to see whether or not I fail, then stick around, because this could be interesting. Like I said, I'm completely honest. I have no idea if this is going to work or not. Hell, the damn thing could burst out in flames, for all I know. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that kind of chemical reaction will occur here, but we're going to see. So anyway, stick around and we'll give this a shot. Alright, so what I've got here is some water-based polyacrylic from Minwax, and then various shades of fabric dye from RIT. Now, looking on here, this doesn't say anything about mixing or whatever. This is talking about doing it in the washing machine. So, this has no real clear instruction on as how to use it for what I'm doing here. So anyway, I've already transferred about maybe a 1/4 inch, maybe a little more, of polyacrylic into these different containers. Now, what we're going to do here is attempt to dye this polyacrylic and use it as a quote-unquote stain for this wood. So we're going to try going light, mixing it in, see if we can get a desirable color to use as a stain, as a coloring stain. I've got a few wood blanks here, an applicator brush, and then I've got navy blue, royal blue, and cherry red. Now, I'm sure it doesn't take much imagination to figure out what I'm trying to make these colors for. So anyway, here we go. Let's give this a shot. Pour just a little bit in there. This is the red, obviously. Now, at first glance, that is absolutely disgusting. That is nasty. But as we mix it more and more, those little globules of dye start to go away. And I'm going to sit here and mix for a minute, see if I can get it all to dissolve. And let's see what happens. Go lightly and with the grain. And this stuff I found last night when I was doing another experiment. It actually dries in about an hour, to the point where you can either apply another coat or do whatever you want. So Now, I don't know about you, but that looks pretty damn good to me. I like it. I think this might just work out for what I'm intending it to work out for. Look at that. That came out nice. See the grain? It's got a nice red tint to it. I really think that works. I really think that does a good job. So we're gonna let that sit for about an hour, and we'll come back and see that. But first, let's mix up some blue, because that's actually got me pretty excited here. We're gonna pour just a little bit of royal blue in there, and now let's grab our stir stick here and mix that sucker up. I'm not really digging the blue. Blue is not working out quite as well as I'd hoped. So, let's try some navy and see what happens in that. Now, take note, I'm not using any kind of device to measure any of this. I'm just doing it as I go, because I want to see what happens. Might have to throw some more polyacrylic in there. The blue came out a little nicer. It's still streaky though. So let's see what happens when we do another coat. It's still streaky, but I think the red was too when I first put it on there, but as soon as it started to set, it started looking a little better. A little bit more to darken it up some. Alright, so we're going to let that sit for about an hour and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so it's been about an hour now and the red's been dry for a while. It's not really very thick or anything, but the blue, I don't know how well this is showing up on camera. It's streaky. It doesn't really look that good. See if I can get it in the glare. Yeah, not too happy with the blue. The red, however, looks awesome. It looks really good. That came out really well, so I will definitely be using that for future stuff. I'm going to fiddle around with this blue for a little while. I'm going to try some different things and see if I can get it to work. And if I can, and if I get something that's acceptable, I will be back and give you a rundown of what I did in order to make this work. So let me fool around with this for a while, and I'll let you know what happens. Okay, so with the blue, all I did was add a little bit more polyacrylic to it, thinned it out just a little bit more, and then I applied it. It's still grainy. I just did this a little bit ago, but it still looks good. I I think the only thing to do now is just to give it a light sanding with a high grit paper, slap another coat of polyacrylic on there, clear, and this would look great. Now to go into a little bit more detail, I went ahead and put another coat of red on this one, and I think it came out quite nicely. Sorry for all the glare. But this blue, just, it looks great. It ended up turning out really, really nice. See if I can try to get it in frame here. But yeah, so that's the blue. I don't know how well it's picking up on my GoPro here, but that's what I have to film with, so that's what you're getting. But you can still see the grain. It looks really good. I am gonna go ahead and call this a success. I don't think there's any other way to put it. I'm really happy with it. So anyway, this was just a quick video I decided to do out of the blue. This isn't going to be like a normal thing, I don't think, unless I decide to experiment with some other colors. We'll see what happens down the road. Anyway, I've got my full project video coming out Sunday at 1 o'clock, I believe, so stay tuned for that. I'm building a display for a friend. It's a little out of the ordinary. It was a lot of fun to build. It was challenging, for one, and you know, if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you saw that she was ecstatic about it. So if you'd like to see a little bit of how I built it, then please check out that video on Sunday. Anyway, we'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good night.